Did ancient China really invent ice cream over 2,000 years ago, or is that just a delicious myth? The story is way more complex and way more interesting than you think. Let's dig in and find out who really gets the credit for our favorite frozen treat. Welcome to Did You Know? By FactBite Daily, your daily dose of amazing facts. So, let's travel back in time, all the way to around 200 BC in China. This is where we find one of the earliest frozen desserts on record. They weren't churning vanilla bean just yet, but they were mixing milk and rice, packing it in snow to freeze, and creating a simple, icy treat. This was probably the world's first ever dairy-based frozen dessert. It's a fantastic start, but it's not quite the ice cream we know and love today. Fast forward a few centuries to the Tang Dynasty, from 618 to 907 AD. The Chinese leveled up their frozen dessert game. They started using fermented buffalo, cow, or goat milk, which gave their frozen treats a creamy, tangy flavor, almost like a frozen yogurt. Imagine a rich, creamy yogurt snow, enjoyed by emperors. It sounds pretty incredible, doesn't it? But China wasn't the only ancient civilization chilling out with frozen desserts. Over in Persia, around 400 BC, they were mixing snow with fruit juices and syrups. This created a fruity, icy concoction that's the direct ancestor of modern sherbet. So, if you're a fan of a light, refreshing sorbet on a hot day, you have the ancient Persians to thank. And let's not forget the Romans. They had their own version too. The infamous Emperor Nero was known to send runners to the mountains to fetch snow, which was then flavored with honey and fruit. It was a luxury reserved for the super rich, a sweet and simple dessert fit for an emperor, but still more like a snow cone than a scoop of ice cream. Now, what about that famous story of Marco Polo? The one where he travels to China and brings the secret ice cream recipe back to Italy. It's a great story, but it's a total myth. Historians have combed through his extensive writings, and there's absolutely no mention of him encountering or bringing back any kind of ice cream recipe. It just didn't happen. The real birth of modern, creamy, churned ice cream happened much later, in 1600s Italy. This is where chefs began creating frozen custards using milk, cream, sugar, and eggs. This new dessert, called gelato, was a huge leap forward, giving us that smooth, rich texture we associate with ice cream today. It became a sensation among the European nobility. So, here's the truth. China definitely pioneered the idea of frozen dairy treats thousands of years ago. But the creamy, churned ice cream we scoop into a cone evolved in Europe centuries later. And speaking of cones, that iconic waffle cone holding your vanilla scoop? That's an American invention, popularized at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. So, the real winner here isn't one country, but a global collaboration spanning thousands of years. So, who wins the crown in your book? China's ancient snowy milk or Italy's creamy custard? Let me know in the comments. Drop an ice cream emoji for China, or an Italian flag emoji for Italy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating food myths debunked.